Chat, there's Jeff Nippard drama? This is news to me. I don't know what the fuck Tectone's talking about, but apparently he's in drama. Apparently he ruined his reputation. Let's see what this is.
And right now I was 330. I'm 226. So technically I'm down 104 right now. Weight, I've probably put on some muscle in the past 2-3 years. I don't know how much in total weight I've lost, but one of the big content creators who I looked up to for guidance and advice was a man by the name of Jeff Nippard. Jeff Nippard is a science-based lifter, and he's one of my biggest inspirations.
He's got like one of the most goofy ass names that I've ever heard though. His last name is almost Jeff. His name is almost Jeff Nipple, which is just funny to me. It's always been funny to me.
For getting in shape. But unfortunately, I've heard over the past 24, 48 hours that he just ruined his credibility. Very, very, very stupid takes. And I just wanted to look into it live.
All right. I want to see what this is because I have never heard anything bad about Jeff Nippard before. So I want to see what this is and if it's a big deal or not.
It looks like Jeff Nippard has decided to run defense for both Hussein Farhad and Julian Fitzgerald in his...
Okay, I know these two. These are like two 19-year-old boys who've been working out for like a fucking year and a half. And their genetics were fucking terrible, and now they look more roided than Goku.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't know them, so I can't really speak on this, but Tectone sure seems like he knows who they are. I don't know. I have no opinion on them yet.
So to be completely honest, I would hope this video is these guys are fake natties, obviously, and I'm here to expose them. That's what I would hope.
Most recent video titled How to Look Like You're on Steroids. As you can probably infer from the title, Jeff pretty much goes on to vouch for both Julian and Hussein's natty statuses,
Really?
And the backlash he got on this video is unlike any I've ever seen him get before. With over 5,000 comments, nearly every comment on the video is criticizing Jeff, and since Jeff includes a clip of me in the first 15 seconds of this video, I feel like it's only right that we watch it and take a look at how Jeff managed to light his credibility on fire in a little over 16 minutes. Let's get into it.
Hold up, wait, no, did he...
Possible.
Did he actually defend these fucking dudes? They're so obviously on roids. 15,000 dislikes on a Jeff Nippard video is very rare. Disappointed you didn't invite Liver King. How to fill a gap in your audience. Either die a hero or live long as you don't become the villain. How to nuke your reputation speedrun. Damn. Yeah, people are not happy with this shit, man.
To look like you're on steroids without ever actually taking steroids.
No.
Yep.
To look
That dude's me. That's me. I'm right there.
like you're on steroids without ever actually taking steroids.
No. There you go. Saved you guys 16 minutes. 99% of people would not be able to look like Julian while on gear. Virtually no one can look like this natural. To insinuate otherwise is to lie to your audience.
I think it is, but a lot of people find that hard to believe.
Vast majority of people are saying, there's no way this guy is natural.
You just won't be able to convince me there's a single chance he achieved this natural.
Yeah, no. Because Jeff Nippard doesn't even look like him. Granted, he's much shorter. He is, I think, one of the shorter bodybuilders. Like, I think Greg and him are, like, two of the shortest, like, celebrity fitness influencers.
Naturally.
So I put it to the
There's
test.
just no way. I mean, I don't think either of them have been training for longer than, 3 years. There's just no fucking way.
Showed this group of guys who swear they're all natural to random
Oh, they promised. Oh, okay, I believe them.
strangers.
Oh, okay.
And asked them one question.
Oh, I believe
who's
that.
natty and who's not? Him. You think he's on steroids? Okay.
That's the brilliant test that Jeff Nippard conducts. He asks a bunch of people who from the lineup they think are not natty, and when everybody inevitably points to Julian and Hussein, he then proceeds to try and gaslight his audience this entire video by pretty much just saying that the likes of Julian and Hussein are natty, and that they pretty much just take advantage of good lighting and a pump. It's such a
No.
video.
No. Lighting can't do that much, bro. It can do a lot, but it can't do that. It can't make you look like you're 50 pounds heavier.
That is so below the usual quality that Jeff puts out that you can only conclude that this video was simply made to run cover for a bunch of fake natties and to take advantage of the current drama without having to burn bridges with influencers that Jeff might want to collaborate with in the future.
Based on their answers, I was able to pinpoint exactly which body features people look at
And how much steroids they took. Damn. why the fuck didn't my shit work? It didn't work until the second time I pressed it. And by that point, the comedic timing was off.
When they're suspecting steroids. And in this video, I'll show you how to build up those features 100% naturally.
I mean, to be honest, doing shrugs does make you look like you're on steroids.
the end, you'll know exactly how to look enhanced without ever touching a needle.
Again, you can't. I mean, what are we doing here? Julian looks like a pro bodybuilder with the Snapchat baby filter on his face.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, people can't
Snapchat
like
baby filter.
if they train hard enough. But the reason why, because Jeff Nippard is natural, but that's because he's been lifting for like 19 fucking years. Both of these guys, especially the Hussein guy, that guy has not even been training for 2 years. And his genetics, but dude, that guy trained with a...
To be honest, I don't even know if I believe that Jeff is natural. Like, to be honest, he probably did a steroid test before, and it probably came back as no steroids, but I don't remember because it's been that long since I watched, like, fitness YouTube. For the most part, like, I know what I'm doing. I'm not consistent. That's why I don't build a physique.
I'm hoping they show it. He trained with a broom and a ladder. So he was even training like he was retarded. There's just no way these guys are natural at all.
The guy has been training for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. 3 years, you just do not get
A
that type of
broom
muscle.
and a
You just
ladder.
do not.
If he was natural, imagine what he would look like in another 3 years.
Yep.
And imagine what he would look like once he started juicing.
On the right is the definitely natty zone. Basically, everyone I interviewed thought this look was achievable naturally with some basic training.
Yeah, absolutely,
A few people
100%.
pointed to subject number
Yeah, his
5's
quads are
quads
crazy.
as being a
Exactly.
little suspicious.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't...
I mean, they're not that suspicious, though. Like, I've seen people with that same leg structure, and they are definitely not on steroids.
Number
Yeah, his
5's
quads are
quads
crazy.
as being a
Exactly.
little suspicious.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they're that crazy to where I would assume gear.
But I got in a leg workout with him, and I definitely think he earned those quads naturally.
Well, there you have it, guys. No need for regular water-grade drug testing over the course of months alongside DEXA scans to gauge whether muscle mass has atrophy.
Bro, when I do legs, I need to actually push myself to failure. I'm so uncomfortable doing it because, like, I can't walk after that. And I'm like, if I can't walk, what the fuck is the point of doing any of this shit?
No, Jeff just needs to get a workout in and he'll be able to tell if they're natty.
In my personal opinion, this next thing is the biggest factor that's actually fully within your control. And it's simply being lean. Assuming you have some muscle base, when you're leaner, you're going to look much more jacked.
Yeah, when you're naked. When you're clothed, you will look smaller. But when you look obviously more shredded, it'll give you the illusion of looking bigger.
As a comparison, this is what I looked like 30 pounds heavier at around 20% body fat. And this is what I look like now.
Looks fucking
30
insane.
pounds lighter at around 10%
Yeah, it's
body
fucking,
fat.
it's absolutely
I'm
fucking
definitely getting more
nuts.
steroid accusations
crazy.
now, despite the fact that I'm actually quite a bit smaller. That's the illusion of bodybuilding.
Yeah, it is true that when you already have some muscle mass on your body, and
I feel like some people can look good in the bear mode where they're just buff and have some fat on them. And then there's some other people that can look great lean, but also muscular. And I think Jeff looks great either way. It's actually kind of crazy.
you get leaner, you will look more defined and therefore create the illusion of being bigger when you have your shirt off. But don't even try to insinuate that this illusion is why no one believes that Julian and Hussein are natural.
Yeah.
You'll get more roid accusations if you are vascular. People for some reason think it's related. It's mostly just genetic.
I can understand why Jeff Nippard wanted to make this video because he's been accused of being a fake natty for a long time.
Yeah, like I agree with what Jeff is saying right now currently because I have visible muscles and I have visible veins. It's not because I'm on steroids. It's because I'm poor.
Jeff needs to understand that, like, dude, guys, this guy hasn't even been training for 2 years. If they show a before video or if they don't, I'll show it after the video. if you see a before and after with a year and a half of training with a broom and a ladder, everyone will understand this guy's full of shit.
Honestly, it's mostly genetic and low body fat.
Someone like Hussein gets a lot of fake natty accusations online.
Look at that! Because
I mean,
it's so fucking obvious that he is. Anyone.
I mean, to be fair, this is definitely, those are highly edited pictures with crazy ass lighting. So some of it is the lighting, because he did not look like that in the last picture, or in the video that he was in. If that's the same guy, that does not look like the same guy. Yo, thank you for the raid, parties. What's up? Thank you for the raid.
Anyone with eyes knows you cannot look like that without roids.
Since he has a huge social media following.
Obviously.
Well, no, it's because he made all of his...
Dude, look at this! A year and a half!
Yeah,
without
that's
roids.
insane.
Yeah, fucking right, dog. You see.
But again, this is edited, and it's lighting. So like, that's shit ass lighting. This is great lighting with editing put into it.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's just no reality that that is something that happens.
His gains in about a year and a half. The first 8...
Guys, a year and a half. A year, dude, guys, a year and a half from this to that by training with a ladder on a broom.
The first 8 months of which were spent training in his garage with a broomstick and a ladder, after all of a sudden activating his superior 1 in a million genetics at age 19, while having been built like a
at 19, guys, at 19
stick throughout the entirety of puberty.
And yeah, he has a super impressive physique, even in real life, so I get it. But just like me...
Imagine if he got all the side effects of steroids, though. Because then he'd have all the visible signs of steroids. Because, like, you can't see any physical proof other than the fact that he looks insane. But there's, like, there's other side effects that happen because of steroids that you would be able to see, but not everybody gets them. So him and the other guy, they got very lucky that they didn't have those visible proof of steroid use. Because they just... Yeah, they would be, obviously they're using steroids.
And pretty much every other fitness influencer, he does understand the power of lighting, posing, and the illusion of bodybuilding.
Bro, even without proper lighting, he looks fucking inhuman.
Most people don't realize just how much of a difference lighting can make in how enhanced you look.
No, we get it.
Especially when you're lean like Hussein. Actually, while shooting this video, I played with 2 different lighting options. This is what everyone looked like with standard diffuse lighting. Now look at the difference once we switched to more spot lighting. Everyone went from natty to enhanced in a 1-second transformation.
Now this is truly my favorite talk.
Except for like all 4 of the guys on this side. No, that side. They all look the same.
Everyone went from natty to enhanced in a 1-second transformation.
Now this is truly my favorite talking point right here. It's just good lighting and a pump talking point. Is it just me, or does Hussein still look massive even in the shitty lighting? To me, he still looks fully unnatural here. Why? Because I know what actual natties look like in shitty lighting. These grifters will show you an absolutely insane physique that looks marginally less defined because of bad lighting, and then try and convince you that he looks fully natural. Like, come on, man, look at the size of him. You're telling me he achieved this naturally in less than 2 years. At this point, I genuinely feel like there's a collective effort going on in the fitness industry to try and gaslight the masses.
I love buff dudes. Why does this say, damn, gay dude's mad? What is that even, what are you saying? And
into thinking Unga and
what does that
Bunga
even
over
mean?
here achieved their physiques.
You couldn't even see it. It was on the chat. On the video. Sorry.
Naturally. The fact of the matter is, people are simply tired of being lied to. As this commenter said, people are tired of being pissed on by these fitness influencers and then being told it's rain.
Here's another visual. This is what I look like just standing in my kitchen under normal lighting with no posing and being filmed.
Nah, I love being pissed on. And then being told it's rain. No, I'm kidding.
On an iPhone. All I did was run downstairs to my posing room, flicked on a spotlight, hit a most muscular pose, and switch to a Sony a7S III camera. That's a big visual difference with less.
You know what's crazy? Bro, it makes a difference, sure, when you're flexed and you're pumped and you have proper lighting. But who?
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie. Overhead lighting does fucking suck. It is actually so bad.
Hussein's body is still fucking outrageous. Like, I don't know if in Jeff's video he ever talks about how a year and a half to put on that much muscle mass without.
I mean, like, this video is supposed to be talking about how Jeff ruined his reputation because, like, he's lying. We already know all of the fitness influencers lie anyway. Like, what do you want? Like, what did you expect to happen?
Steroids is just it's just not possible.
Than 1 minute between shots. I'm only 155 pounds right now, and when you look at me posing on my own, I think I do look massive, but when you put me into the lineup of other guys that are bigger than me, I think it adds a lot.
Yeah, it's actually insane how much. Like, I think he's the same height as me, actually. So, like, if I gained weight, this is what I would look like.
A lot of context.
So Greg Douchette often tries to criticize me for only using the eye test to determine whether someone is a fake natty. Well, I prefer to call it the do you have an IQ above ambient room temperature test. Seeing as some people don't like when I use myself as a reference point in these videos, let's just use Jeff himself as a reference point. Jeff has been training for nearly 20 years. Jeff has amazing 1% genetics. I mean, literally look at his mother in this video. Both of his parents are ex-bodybuilders. If anyone has their training and nutrition dialed into an absolute
It's actually crazy that he's been training as long as those guys have been alive.
It would be Jeff Nippard. Jeff
if
is
not
5'5",
longer.
meaning that every pound of muscle he puts on will look a lot more impressive on him than Julian and Hussein, who are both considerably taller than him. With all of that combined, both Hussein...
That's why it's like...
Somebody said his mom is hot. I agree.
You know, you got people like Miz who are like little short guys, right? And they'll be able to look big pretty quick. Like maybe like 3 years of training. Plus he's on gear, right? So like Miz is on roids and he's short. He'll put on muscle really fast. But then you have a guy like me. And don't get me wrong, I'm on testosterone. But my T levels are only like 400 to 700 every time I get them checked. So I'm not going to anything crazy like the 2000s or the 1200s or any of that shit. But I'm tall as fuck. So like 5 pounds of muscle on me like won't even be noticeable. But somebody else, you'll see it within an instant.
and Julian still dwarf Jeff size-wise.
It's actually crazy that Tectone has been able to gain as much muscle mass as he has, considering how tall he is.
If you take into account the difference in stature, and they've both only been training for 3 years. Hussein put on more size in 2 years, coming from being an absolute stick, than Jeff Nippard, the science-based lifter who has been training for almost 2 decades, with 1% genetics and professional bodybuilding parents, has in his entire career. And Jeff Nippard, of all people, is defending this guy's natty status. If I, being a bit of a brainlet, can identify that these two are full of shit, then you can bet your bottom dollar.
You still need the TRT after 2 years of using
I mean, yeah, the moral of the story is another fitness influencer lied. What a surprise. I mean, like, what did you expect?
Can't get off T.
Again, what did you expect?
3 times. It just doesn't work. When I get off T, my body's too fucked up from COVID, man. I drop down to like 140, 150, 160. The world becomes gray. I lose all motivation to fucking do anything, and I just feel nauseous and dizzy. It just sucks, but that's, you know, that's the body I was dealt with, so it is what it is. I'm not on a lot. But even still, yeah, no, I'm good. It sucks. Because then the testosterone that you inject tells your body that you don't need anymore.
Bro, I have such a bad headache. And like, you know the part where your neck connects to your head on the back? Where there's that like connective muscle or whatever, right? Like along your spinal cord that connects to your brain? That muscle hurts so fucking bad that it's making me have a headache.
And your body just shuts it off entirely. So yeah, I'll be on T for pretty much forever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it really blows.
Oh,
yeah, I
fuck.
think anybody here who knows, if you've had testosterone levels at 140, you feel like you're not alive. Like the world was gray, everything was blurry, but yeah, something happened with COVID where it just completely fucked over my entire body. And it sucks. I was unfortunately double vaxxed as well, so it really fucked me up, but it is what it is. I could complain about it and feel sorry for myself, or I can do something about it, and I am.
That Jeff, who's a very smart guy, absolutely knows as well, and yet he still decided to make this video and to defend both of their claims.
Now, right before I show you everyone's blood work, let's talk about Julian. This guy's caught the internet by storm with with the majority of people saying there's simply no way he's natural, especially when you consider he just turned 19 years old.
Is anybody else like calling shit?
How old are you? Yeah. 19. You're 19? Okay, yeah. Yeah.
There's just no way.
I've been training for almost as long as he's been alive.
Straight
I'm
up.
gonna max this thing out.
Literally.
Doesn't even know where to fit them.
Yeah, we're starting to run out of room, but
Like, bro, his arms
Yeah, what's
look
another
like
10?
fucking he's 19. The guy looks like a balloon animal.
360. Let's go. We might as well go 365.
Like, literally, he looks like his biceps are a couple inches smaller than Ronnie Coleman's when he was an IFBB pro, bro.
You think you'll get it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
At 19!
Tell me on 1, 2, 3, okay?
3, 2, 1, up.
Here we go.
That's actually insane.
His bicep literally looks like it's about to
Look at
explode.
this.
Like, come on, bro. This is so ridiculous. Also, look at how massive Hussein looks. This is the guy they're trying to make you believe simply looks unnatural because he abuses angles and lighting. They're trying to make you believe that that's 1.5 years of natty training right there.
One person who definitely didn't get his hands on steroids, though, was this.
Listen, I still think Jeff Nippard is a very smart guy. I still think his training is
Oh,
top
nah.
notch. But
We're-
I think he just gives
So we're gonna talk about the guy who was guaranteed to be like the first bodybuilder and didn't have access to steroids because they didn't exist yet. And we're gonna say that this guy who most likely only ate meat his entire life because he lived in 1912 is comparable to this man. Nah.
people way too.
Also, that guy's way older than
I
19.
think his training is
And if he's not, man, age did that man dirty.
top notch. But I think he just gives people way too much benefit of the doubt.
Gentleman. And we know that because this photo was taken in 1912, 2 decades
Like,
before
way too
injectable
much.
testosterone was ever even isolated for the first time. Not gonna lie, those bicep peaks do look a bit familiar.
No, they don't. Julian's arms are literally twice the size of this guy's arms.
Yeah.
The attempts to justify the fake natty claims and to try and gaslight the
Yeah, we're just talking about how the peaks are different in the biceps. Because, yeah, Eugene, or whatever the fuck his name is, his biceps are taller than Julian, but they're not larger. Not at all.
audience are just getting so damn desperate. Jeff just tried to tell his audience that this guy's biceps were comparable to Julian's. Like,
And bro, look at his fucking chest and his pectorals, man. It literally looks like they're filled with air, bro.
sure, this guy has impressive peaks, but you're conveniently ignoring the fact that Julian's arms are literally triple the size.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Sometimes, when you combine world-class genetics with super hard training, you really can get to a level of muscular development that some people simply aren't going to believe is possible naturally, no matter what you say.
I'm in the gym all the time. That's like somebody's like basically saying, nah, you didn't put in the work, you just stuck a needle in your arm. But
Right.
I'm like afraid of needles. I hate needles like so much.
Okay, well, first of all, you don't inject in your arm, okay? You inject in your ass. Secondly, saying, because that is what people say. People think you're like this, and then you're jacked.
Yeah, like you're doing fucking heroin or whatever the fuck the drug is that you stab a needle into
Like,
your
don't
arm.
get me wrong, right? Hussein and this guy couldn't have gotten to look like this without insanely hard work. But that's not what this video is about. You don't want people to think that they can look like this if they train for a year and a half like them. Because that's just not possible. The reality is one needle on your arm and your whole fucking bicep explodes. It looks like it's inflated. But him, I don't know, man. Like, let's just, come on.
That would be like that dude that, those people that, like, inject oil into their arms or whatever. They, like, they put oil into their arms to make them look like they're, like, super buff, but it makes them look like a literal balloon animal. That would be like them sticking a testosterone needle into their arm, and their arm just falls apart. It just starts leaking fluid.
Bro, like, come on.
Like it's a
Come on. Like,
fucking
this dude
engine.
is such a fucking liar.
See, that's how you know he's not enhanced, because he said you put it in your arm and you don't inject in your arm. Ah.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another bit of ironclad evidence from Jeff Nippard proving that someone is natural. Aside from his sixth sense being able to tell that the Asian guy is fully natural just because of the way he trains, Julian using descriptive language that isn't 100% accurate is proof of him being natural. Moreover, he also said he's
I think Jeff Nippard is unironically just too good of a guy, and I think he just had his reputation tanked by taking two fucking liars' words for it. That's genuinely what I think. I think Jeff Nippard is going to hear about this shit for a very long time because he's giving these two way too much benefit of the doubt.
He's afraid of needles. Case closed. Also, Julian, no one is saying that you didn't put in the work. Steroids aren't a wonder drug that are going to make you look like Mr. Olympia without having to work out. You still
literally, you do. But it is a shortcut. But you do. People think that you just inject steroids and you look like that literally overnight or within the course of a month without doing anything. That's not how it works. You do still have to do everything that everybody else has to do. It's just, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the way that it works is steroids, depending on which ones you get, will just make it to where your body can process protein and turn it into muscle around the clock rather than only after you lift weights. Because that's why they say that you have a certain amount of time after you lift weights that you need to intake protein for it to be used for that purpose. Because after a certain amount of time after working out, the protein doesn't get used for the rebuilding process.
absolutely have to put
It just shatters the ceiling of what normal people can achieve.
in the work in the gym. They just simply shatter the ceiling of what you can physically achieve, and this
I do a little bit of research, guys. I do a little bit of research, guys. Hey, I know a little bit about fitness, guys. I do.
allow you to make super physiological gains. Yes, you absolutely worked hard, Julian. Yes, you have absolute freakish genetics, because 99% of people that hop on gear will never be able to look like you. And yes, there's also no way you achieve this naturally. These things can all be true at once.
So are you planning to stay natural, or have you thought about that?
As of right now, I'm just focused on, getting through school.
Yeah.
And
bro,
also,
if he doesn't stay natural, his arms will literally blow up.
family dude, so I want to start a family and stuff.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
once everything's kind of, set in stone and I have everything laid out, then I'll be like, all right, cool, let's shoot for Olympia, you know what I mean?
For real?
Okay, so let me get this right. So this guy just said that he'll never be on gear because he's afraid of needles, and then says he's going to join Mr. Olympia, where you're actually required to be on roids for Mr. Olympia. So
I mean, you're not required, but you're basically not able to compete at all with anybody if you don't. So,
don't worry, guys.
like, you could go into Mr. Olympia completely natural, but you're guaranteed that you're going to lose because everyone else is abusing steroids. So why wouldn't you if you wanted to be in that?
In a couple of years, my fear of needles will dramatically disappear, and then I'll be Mr. Olympia.
Shoot for real.
Holy.
And then I'll have 500 tattoos.
Okay.
Anyways.
So he uses his fear of needles as proof of him being natural, but then says that in the future he'll shoot for Mr. Olympia.
I'm like a fortune teller, guys. Here's what I did. I pre-watched this entire video and I memorized the entire transcript, and then I just set it back. I even wrote down notes on my fucking desk, and I said, he's gonna say this right here.
Where he will have to inject steroids to be able to
I
compete.
actually don't understand how legs the size of small tree trunks are even physically possible for a human being, no matter how large the human is.
Fucking desk. I said, he's gonna say this right here.
Where he will have to inject steroids to be able to compete. So his
Makes a lot
fear
of
of
sense.
needles won't hold him back in the future, but right now is so debilitating that it must be a sign that
Call
he's
me
natural.
Techless
And
Light.
despite that sounding authentic, I still want a little more confirmation. So while they get their blood drawn,
Oh,
I'll
they're
tell you
getting
what
their
I'm
blood
looking
drawn?
for in someone who's natural.
Why
to
did
end
this video get
off,
louder?
He has everybody take a singular blood
Like, as it went, why did this video get louder? What the fuck?
test to once again try to prove that they're all natural. Now, as we all know, a blood test is merely a snapshot in time. They could have literally hopped on steroids anytime between 3 weeks and 3 years ago, and you would not be able to tell.
Yeah, you can go from being at 1,400 to 200 with 1 week of being off of T. Right? That's going to be even more dramatized with roids. So yeah, blood test really doesn't know shit unless it's a surprise blood test.
Jeff acknowledges this himself. So then what's the point of this
It's a
entire
surprise
video,
blood test. It's like getting bit by a vampire.
What we're all witnessing is a Dylan McKnight level of self-sabotage. Everybody
Dylan
in the comments
McKnight!
absolutely
Holy
tore
shit,
Jeff to
that's a
shreds over
throwback.
This video. Let's just read off a couple
that's a
of
good
them.
call.
Disappointed you did not invite the Liver King, an iconic all-time.
Fuck, I forgot that man existed. Not the Liver King. We just went over him recently. Dylan McKnight and like I don't even remember the other ones that I forgot about. Makes sense though, right?
Time natty. Should have included Michael Hearn too in this video. Step 1, hop on steroids.
Shit.
Step 2, lie about it.
Yep.
Years of hard training. Dude is 19.
Yep, that's what I'm
Never
saying.
been disappointed in a Jeff video before, but this is just silly. These
Yeah.
guys are obviously painfully not natural, so someone as credited and respectful as yourself, this leaves a bad taste.
Yep.
Should have titled this video, How to Lose All Credibility in 16 minutes and 4 seconds. I
It's a
waited
shame.
almost a month for a new Jeff video to drop, just for him to praise 19-year-old fake natties with quote-unquote years of really hard training.
Yep.
I expected more skepticism and nuance from Jeff Nippard. This seems very strange.
True.
I won't take Jeff seriously anymore. Jeff is absolutely blasting gear, followed by a reply saying, honestly this physique is achievable for the time period he's trained for, but given the seething dishonesty displayed in this video, I wouldn't put it past him to lie about using gear now. Likely natty, Jeff Nippard, sus, and lean beef patty, likely natty. And this one right here is my personal favorite. I'm interested in getting a GH cut like Julian without actually taking human growth hormone and staying natty. Can you do a video on that? Now it gets even more ridiculous. Right after dropping this video, Jeff makes a post on Instagram with a lengthy caption saying that the gym community has low standards and pretty much just defends Hussein and Julian's natty claims by saying that they have incredible genetics. But when you head on over to the comments, what do you see? A comment by Simeon Panda praising Jeff for this post. Not just that, Jeff also liked this comment. You can't make this
Isn't that guy also definitely not natural?
stuff up. If Simeon Panda, one of the most blatant fake natties within the industry,
Yeah. Although
you can't make this stuff up. If Simeon
that guy, that is the most perfect physique I've ever seen. I understand why he does steroids. Cause looking like that, holy fuck.
Simeon Panda, one of the most blatant fake natties within the industry, is endorsing your post about fake natties. That's how you should
so
know that
bad.
you've missed the mark. This is the equivalent of making a YouTube video
That's so
defending a
bad.
bunch of alleged murderers who definitely did it, saying they're innocent, and then having OJ Simpson praise the post and
Yep.
hearting his comment. I
Yep.
absolutely love Jeff's content, but he truly missed the mark with this video. Anywho,
Yeah, I think Jeff Nippard's the man. I don't think that he's on gear either. I just think that I think his goodwill and good faith got very, very, very misused here. And because what are the blood test results?
While they get their blood drawn, I'll tell you what I'm looking for
Yeah.
in someone who's natural. Most healthy young men will have testosterone levels
Between 300 and 1100.
around 200 and 850 nanometers.
Really? I thought the scales were much different. That's fair. I guess we can say that.
200? Didn't Tectone say when his was 140, he felt like he was not living?
We're different from the doctors that I talked to.
That's crazy.
1100, but I guess that was close.
Nanograms per deciliter. If you're over 1,000, that's a bit suspicious.
Absolutely. Sure. That's much more on the higher end. 300 to 1100 on the test. Let me check.
I mean, I say this every video, but how the fuck does he have so many YouTube tabs open? Look at this. The entire top of the screen is YouTube tabs.
Absolutely. Sure.
Anyways.
That's much more on the higher end. 300 to 1100 on the test. Let me check. Average.
There's like at least 50
testosterone.
YouTube tabs open on his screen.
I'm just saying, AI agrees with me. AI agrees with me. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Over 1,200 is very suspicious.
Yep.
And over 1,500 is basically impossible without steroid use.
Yeah, Canute's at 4,000, by the way.
Pro bodybuilders will sometimes go well above 5,000.
Yep.
What?
I've even heard of people going above 10,000, especially if they're not taking other drugs to suppress their
Yeah, I think the bald guy, I think he's at 11,000. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think Miz was at 2,400 last time I heard.
levels. All right, now with that in mind, let's take a look at
The bald guy? Wait, Asman is on fucking testosterone? I didn't know that.
I don't know what Wake's at. Wake's has got to be high as shit too.
For the sake of full transparency, I have to say, there actually was one person who went above the normal range for
Wake is over 9K? Did he say that?
testosterone.
It was the guy with the legs.
This is the bar graph of everyone's levels. And they
Wake is 9K? Are you sure? Did he say that?
range from
No, you made it up as a meme? Okay, that's what I thought.
I was gonna
damn,
say.
That's fucking insane.
415 to 689.
Wake's body's crazy.
Except
Wake's
for
body
one
is
person
insane.
who hit 928. Who do you think it was?
Simeon Panda.
Subject number 6, Spencer. Everyone else was in the 400s to 600s, but Spencer's levels were substantially higher than everyone else's.
W. Spencer, bro.
Nah, I think that's bullshit. Hey, I'm gonna be doing a video where we're gonna test to see if you're on gear or not. We're gonna do that video in about 3 weeks to a month.
We're gonna do the testing, and we're not gonna show you any of the provable results
Do
either.
that collab? 3 weeks to a month?
You just take my word for it, okay? Like, I promise you, I'm not lying. Like, I would never lie, and like, if you think I'm lying, then you must be the liar. Like, you're the liar.
Okay. 1 week beforehand. All right, I'm gonna stop roids this week. Great. I'm gonna get my fake natty confirmed. Okay, now I'm back on tape. Well, once again, love Jeff. Really bad video, my opinion. I think his goodwill was completely misused here. Let me know what y'all think.
True. True. Love Jeff, but damn, he lied. Holy shit, he lied. Anyways, if you like the video, like and follow, because I can't post on YouTube, so this is getting posted on TikTok. Anyways, I'll see you all later.